My son Matt is 20 years old, and he was a high school varsity basketball, golf, and baseball player. He was very athletic, born with a gift to excel at sports activities and most anything that he got himself into. He had ambitions of playing basketball in college, and Matt was everything a mother could want in a son. So the summer went by and we prepared for college and brought him to college with his friend who he was going to roommate with, as well as his girlfriend. And had a great time, left him off, wished him well, and reminded him again to, keep things in line when it came to the college scene and partying, and that he was there for his academics. What we noticed now, having Matt home, was that he was much thinner. His physical being was a lot different than it had been when he left him off 4 months ago for his first semester. And we also started seeing some material things as well in our house. For instance, I kept finding a lot of my pens broken and the ink part's gone, but the half of the pen left. Straws were missing, and a lot of my spoons had gone missing as well. We noticed things were definitely changed about him, and finally got to a point where we sat down with him and said, "What's going on? We think you're using some major drugs." And Matt admitted that he was a heroin addict. My husband and my reaction when we found out Matt was a heroin addict was all over the place. It was one of, oh my God, this is the worst drug ever. What does it really mean to him? It was, what did we do wrong? It was, how can we fix this? It was insanity at the time. I contacted Mountainside direct by phone and was greeted with thoughtfulness, humbleness, respect for what I had going on, as well as someone there giving me information and understanding and listening to my story. It was that set apart Mountainside for me from any other facility that I had looked into. And no matter when I called, they were there, they were available, even if it wasn't the same person that I talked to. So Mountainside actually held a bed for Matt for 2 weeks and called him every day and checked in with the family every day, me particularly, to make sure things were still on track. They continued to be there throughout the process of us getting Matt into Mountainside. In the work that we had done with Mountainside, I was, and I say this from the heart, truly amazed at the care given to us as a family as well as to Matt and calling us back. I never expected that through this whole week, which felt like years, that I would continue to hear from Mountainside, and Matt would as well, because you have to get someone in treatment as soon as they want to get in treatment. It was 2 weeks into being here at Mountainside when at a group session someone said to him, "Hey, if you don't want to be here, the rest of us do, so you can leave." And Matt said it was at that point in time that he realized, I got to pay attention. And he started to pay attention from what he told us and really embraced what sobriety was all about and what he needed to do. And from there, the phone calls changed a bit. He was more excited about what he was experiencing. He was trying yoga. He was trying meditation. He was lifting weights in the gym that they had here. And Matt learned along the way and had tools now that he could use going out into the real world. And he did choose to go to a sober home that Mountainside had offered and told us about, and also offered information to Matt about. And he left, continuing meditation, continuing his exercise program, continuing to look to the 12 steps and to gain a sponsor that he hadn't yet, and as well as to look for a job. At this point in our lives, when asked, how's my relationship with Matt, my comment is the best ever. And I mean best ever because we now have our son back and our family back. As a mom, this whole journey completely changed the course of my life as well as my family's. A year later, we're in a new great spot where, as a mom, I have Matt back,